What are heirloom tomatoes and why are they so goddamn popular? They are basically the Kim Kardashian of all tomatoes. They are plump, they're voluptuous, they're desirable, and they're worth a lot of fucking money. All I'm saying is that all other tomatoes want to be an heirloom tomato. Because they're not mass produced, heirloom tomatoes naturally come in all different shapes and sizes. So when you're slicing your perfect one to make your tomato mozzarella salad, I'll leave a link to that video here in the Upper East Side, you end up with these small, awkward chunks of tomatoes that you really don't know what to do with. So I'm gonna make an heirloom tomato soup. Start by saving those awkward chunks into a container, as well as any bruised or torn leaves of basil. I'm also saving the stems of the basil. Never throw out basil stems. They're great for tomato sauce and in this case, tomato soup. Here comes my favorite part. Add a bunch of sliced garlic in a pot and cover it with extra virgin olive oil. Depending on how much you love garlic, add as little or as much as you want. My sliced garlic is already submerged in Evo, so I'm just using that. On high heat, stir your garlic vigorously in order to spread them out evenly. Make sure you have your container of HT chunks ready to go, as this process happens very fast. There's no fancy culinary way of doing this step without burning your garlic. So just watch your garlic closely without burning your face off and wait for it to turn slightly golden. Remember, we're not making garlic chips. That's for another episode. So as soon as you see one slice turn, add your HTs to stop the cooking process. Then turn off your heat. Now, this is not your typical tomato soup. I'm not cooking this down and making marinara. These tomatoes are way too expensive and bougie for that. I'm just warming them up and introducing them to this hot, oily garlic, letting them to get to know each other, and once they're settled in, I'm gonna smash them up with this lid. I'm getting them ready for the blender. Pick out the basil stems and don't worry about leaving any basil leaves behind. Give your HT soup a taste, and believe me when I tell you, it's gonna need salt. So add a couple of pinches of salt and work your way up. Remember, you can't take away salt. You could only add on. I'm also adding a couple of grinds of black pepper and a squirt or two of red wine vinegar, just for a little brightness. Have your favorite bottle of Evo handy as we're going to slowly incorporate it to the HT soup. But first, Parmigiano Reggiano. This wasn't my initial plan, but it just felt right in the moment. And boy, was I not wrong. Start blending your HT soup and drizzle in the Evo. You gotta blend on high because you want the Evo to emulsify and make your soup super thick and shiny. Taste your soup, adjust your seasoning, and make sure it's thick enough to coat the back of your spoon. And here you are with your delicious heirloom tomato soup. But something's missing. That's right, a grilled cheese sandwich, or better yet, a mozzarella and carrozza. Start by slicing your beautiful fresh mozzarella that we made in the last video, Upper East Side, and pat them dry. Grab your white bread slices and with a rolling pin, gently flatten them out. Build your MCs with 2 slices of mozz, a slice of seasoned HT, a few basil leaves, and 1 more slice of cheese on top. Cover your MC and press the sides down. They're not gonna seal, and that's okay. Throw them in the fridge for a couple of hours to cool. Or if you're in a rush like me, stick them in the freezer for 15 to 20 minutes. As your MCs are cooling, set up your breading station. You're gonna set it up with a container of seasoned eggs that are beaten, a container of flour, and another container of seasoned breadcrumbs. Have a pot of canola oil on the stove preheating to 350 degrees. While that's going, let's bread our MCs. Start with the flour, dredging both sides of the MC. Shake off the excess and repeat the same process with the eggs and then the breadcrumbs. Make sure they're fully coated so no oil gets inside the MC. Fry until golden brown and check the center with a cake tester to make sure the cheese is hot, therefore melted. Season with salt on both sides and we're ready to plate. Cut your MCs diagonally and in a bowl with our heirloom tomato soup, place them on top. Grate some Parmigiano Reggiano, throw some basil leaves, crack some black pepper, and drizzle a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. And guys, you have your perfect mozzarella and carrozza and your heirloom tomato soup. Whether you have kids or not, I promise you this is a heavy hitter to anyone you give it to. So please enjoy. Thank you for watching Grated Garlic. Like and subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And again, thank you. See you next time.